Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well today. Today we're going to be taking a look at the WE Knives TP-02A or TP-02B pen. This is a titanium pen made by WE Knives. It's honestly a really good pen, so let's get started here. So taking a look at this pen, you'll see this is another bolt action pen. It's got a bolt action, so you can see here when you open it, it locks in place like that. It's spring closed, spring open. It's just a really good fidget kind of feeling. It's good for carrying at work. This is just a titanium knife, or titanium pen, sorry, that is anodized green and gold. It's kind of an interesting color combination. I don't know if you can see that too well on camera. It doesn't pick up super well on camera. They do make this in a purple and blue, which is the one that I originally wanted, but unfortunately, they were sold out at the time. I got this back when this was released. They make a black version in case you just kind of want that stealthy black look. It doesn't take too much attention. And they make a silver version, or just the raw titanium, which also looks really, really cool. And you could do your own anodization on that if you really wanted to. Taking a look at it, I should mention here, this pen does use a non-captive spring, so you got to be careful not to lose that. And it uses the Schmidt Megaline P950M or P950, whatever size or whatever size bearing you want. You could use the bold version or the fine if you'd want. I prefer the medium just because it kind of does an all-around kind of thing. Let's get this all back together. It uses an O-ring to seal it off. This pen weighs 1.36 ounces, so it's not a light pen. It is pretty chunky and pretty boxy. Writing, you do notice that it is a little bit on the top heavy side. I don't mind that. I kind of like a little bit of weight to my pens. So like I said, I really don't mind that. Let's do a writing test here real quick with an old Post-it note. I'll just say, hi, this is a pen. Really, it's all about the cartridge that you're using. You can find other cartridges that will work with this. I think some Parker cartridges work with this. I'll have to double check on that, and I'll leave it in the description. But the main thing with this pen is just the fidget factor. It's got a nice satisfying click. It's super quick when you are at work or wherever you are and you just want to click a pen. It's got that clicky feeling, which is great. Some ergonomics, like I said, it is top heavy. The barrel is a little bit narrow for me. Barrel being the grip part right here. But again, it writes pretty well. You will catch some eyes with this. Some people do look at it and they're like, whoa, that's a really cool pen. And I think that's kind of the factor that I was going for with this. And on top of that, when you buy a nice pen, you don't really tend to lose it. Throughout high school, I carried around a Fisher Space pen, and I didn't lose that thing once. I think I carried it for like 3 years. Had to replace the cartridges, which is fine. I don't really like the Fisher Space Pen cartridge, or the Fisher cartridge. I think it's a little bit hard to write with, but I stuck it out because it was a $20 pen, and it was worth keeping, and it had sentimental value. So anytime I left it in class, instead of just leaving it there and finding another pen, I'd go back and I'd find it, and that was a good thing. And it's the same kind of idea with this. In my adult life and in college life, I like having a little bit of a nicer pen. That way I don't lose it. I don't waste money on a bunch of pens. So yeah, let me give you some size comparisons here. This is the Machine Era High Mark, or Markup, which is their classic version of the Machine Era pen with a pocket clip on it. You'll see a review of this coming up pretty shortly. So here's the closed length of this. This is a 5-inch pen, and the open length of the Machine Era. So the WE pen is a little bit shorter. It's a shorter style pen to begin with. It's a 5-inch pen. Really, I don't mind shorter pens. It's really not that big of a deal. Let me close this guy up, and we'll grab a more common pen here. This is a Pilot G2. See, again, a little bit shorter than the Pilot G2. Not a big deal. The Pilot G2 was my favorite pen after I lost the Fisher Space pen and before I got the Wii pen. It's a little bit lighter weight, more common though. Some knife comparisons here. This seems to be my standard now. This is the Civivi Pletheros or Pletheros. You see it's a little shorter than the pen. So there's that. So going over some pros and cons of this pen. This pen is a little bit heavier than your typical Bic pen. A Bic pen is going to weigh just like barely, probably like a half an ounce. It weighs absolutely nothing. Your Pilot G2 weighs absolutely nothing. This pen at 1.36 ounces is a little bit heavy for somebody who hasn't carried like a full metal pen before. Like I said, I don't mind. I wear dress pants and it fits just fine. The pocket clip has plenty of ramp and it's actually pretty springy, so it holds in there pretty well. You could hang upside down and this pen is not going to come out of your pocket. It's pretty well on there, and you'll see that it is a machined titanium clip. I like machined clips, so I think it looks nice. It's very, very functional, and in fact, you'll see these X's. They really did think out this clip. These X's go all the way across, but where the pocket clip is, they actually stop so that the pocket clip doesn't have any problems as far as getting caught or snagged on pants or wearing them in. So another con would probably be the limited cartridges. There aren't really that many cartridges that follow the Schmidt Megaline size. I would have preferred to see a standard Parker refill. That way you could put like a Fisher Space pen or any of the other pressurized or gel pens, any of the other ones that would have fit a Parker style refill. I would have preferred to see that. So that is pretty much it for this. Going on to some pros, again, you're less likely to lose this pen because it does have more value. I'm really big about having nice things and things that you aren't going to lose. Another pro, I don't know if this matters to anybody, it came with a really, really cool case. It's got the rubber seal. You can use this for a bunch of things. It seals up. It's just cool. I like that. It's classy. So that's pretty much it for this. If you have any questions about this pen, go ahead and shoot me a comment and I will be able to answer any questions. One last thing that I should mention about this pen is this pen's price comes in at $78 retail. Right now on Blade HQ, today is July 10th. This pen is on sale for $66.30 on Blade HQ. But Civivi, Wii Knives kind of budget brand, does make this pen exactly in aluminum. I think it's like $40, so you save a little bit of money if you get the Civivi version. And Civivi, like I said, is the same brand, so you can expect pretty much the same quality of it. So that's pretty much it for today. Have a nice day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. So we're a new channel. If anybody wants to see any more of stuff like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll get you some new videos, some new content. It's completely free to subscribe, and of course you can change your mind at any time if you decide you hate us for whatever reason. But I don't think that's gonna happen. So we have some cool stuff coming up. We got some cool pens. We've got some plenty of knives for you to look at. Some knife candy, if you will. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.